steak made from watermelon.
And I'm out.
For £12.99, or roughly $18 US.
I'm not going to England for that.
American chain TGI Fridays, in its latest big name offer to the plant-based world community, how about that, is offering a marinated garlic seasoned with spicy sriracha for a distinctive fiery taste watermelon steak. Okay, vegan uri. How in the hell do you say this? This is from the Mirror UK out of the United Kingdom. I've never heard this name before. It's called vegan uri. Veganuary. Vegan.
Oh, veganuary.
Veganuary.
It's January.
Excuse me. Okay. Oh, see, absolutely.
Veganuary.
Well, it's in full swing. And retailers are coming.
What the fuck does he know?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not. It's not vegetarian. Vegetarian-uary. That doesn't have the same ring.
Right. No.
Veganuary.
It's in full swing right now, and retailers are coming from all angles to offer customers new plant-based products as the craze picks up speed. This is in the United Kingdom for roughly £12.99, or somewhere between $16 and $17 US. You can get a 16-ounce watermelon beef steak. Air quotes on that steak. Health-conscious and animal-loving diners can also enjoy fresh watermelon carefully cut into steak slices, then char-grilled to create a unique steak-like texture. So, perhaps maybe you should experiment with this. I might actually experiment with this, for God's sakes.
I'm not opposed to trying it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. As a longtime vegan, this is not my first foray into the idea of using watermelon as a meat substitute. I've never tried it, but I've definitely seen it. Surprised to see it at a chain like TGI Fridays.
Yes.
Maybe it's that good.
As a steak substitute, though, I have my skepticisms. I love vegan food, but it sounds a little questionable. I mean, I would try it. It might actually be good. I just don't think that marketing it as steak necessarily is the move.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I mean,
everyone is
the steak part. I question what did you say? $16 a pound.
Well, that's fair as well.
Yeah, I mean, $16.
That's $6 a pound. I'm a lot more open.
Is it coated in gold?
Yeah, I mean, but at a reasonable price.
Oh.
Let's see.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We could do that at home.
They're not the only one, because as we know, Burger King kicked it off earlier last year, along with Carl's Jr.
Yes, and their burgers,
also known as Hardee's,
which are coincidentally not made out of watermelon.
Right.
We must mention Stardust is not allowed at several of their locations.
Well, I'm a picky eater.
Well, let me tell you this: we've talked about McDonald's. We've talked about McDonald's being latecomers to this game. And they have finally announced that they are going to get in the plant-based world. After they could have taken the title back in the 90s. They are now going to offer a vegan type of tuna for a new plant-based tuna sandwich.
Vegan tuna.
And they're actually experimenting this right now. They're experimenting this in a couple different countries right now as we speak. Not in the U.S., but in other countries. They are currently experimenting.
Meat eaters don't want to eat tuna.
They're calling this a McDonald's now, of all places, is calling this, get this, Gerbal, a plant-based pandemonium.
Ooh.
And so they are being forced to move their hand.
Are they trying to recreate a poultry crazed environment?
It could be.
Is that the deal? I mean, you're trying to be Popeyes with a vegan
question. Who do you think is the first person stabbed for a watermelon chicken sandwich?
I'm thinking DC.
Okay.
I mean, Maryland.
Or like it's a watermelon sandwich.
Is that like an Atlanta special?
No, it's like a watermelon sandwich, but it's plant based. Because the chicken sandwich right now, Popeyes is off the hook crazy.
The Popeyes episode began in DC, did it?
You saw
it.
You saw it. KFC.
At the very least.
KFC actually did do a plant based chicken. I don't even think it was a chicken sandwich. I think it was actual bucket of fried chicken, but it was entirely plant-based, and they only launched it in, I think, Georgia.
So here's another reason why we got to go to the United Kingdom.
Grassroots.
Because in the United Kingdom right now, as we speak, there are supermarkets that want to cash in on this new profitable meat-free industry. Suddenly it's popular after being 30, 40 years of it. And get this, not wanting to be left out, supermarkets in the United Kingdom, this is where we got to go, Stardust. They're now going to have a new line, which is a no duck spring roll, no chicken Kievs, barbecue jackfruit. I actually had jackfruit curry the other night at a Sri Lankan restaurant. It was fantastic. And it looks just
He
like...
is a bit of a fruit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, cool guy, though.
Looks just like ribs. And so TGI Fridays is now getting into it. And they're going to come out with a new burger that's going to top Burger King. And they're going to also get into this other type of meat-free products that I've been talking about here.
And this new burger is made out of peaches, or
they're not sure yet. They're not sure what TGI. We're not sure exactly what's going to happen at TGI Fridays, but it's not going to be made from soy, and it's neither going to be vegan nor vegetarian.
It's not,
but it's going to be plant-based. How about that? They're saying that it may or may not be. So
that is something that I understand. All these restaurants are not necessarily tailoring towards vegans. They're trying to gradually move people away from meat, so they're still using mayonnaise, eggs, what have you.
Right. That's exactly, I think, what was coming down to.
I think it's very easy to make it accessible to everybody, including vegans, but they're choosing not to, which I think is a shame. I myself am a vegan, so maybe I'm biased, but... that being said, it's still a step in the right direction.
I think you're right, because honestly, I've been a lifelong vegetarian. My mother,
lifelong? Wow.
Lifelong.
Did not know that.
My mother was a hippie from the 60s, and she raised my sister. My mother was from California, so she grew up in that 60s culture. She raised my sister and I that way. I've been a lifelong vegetarian, and I got to tell you, the progression from the 1980s, when I would go to a McDonald's or I would go to a fast food restaurant and try to order a hamburger with no meat or on the side, was met with by perplexed looks like somehow my mother was abusing us because we did not have meat in our hamburgers, right? And we would put something else in there, like at the time they had veggie burgers at the time. That was the only thing that was around back then. Now there's many other selections.
Was that the McLean?
Right, exactly. The McLean Deluxe, which is the reason why I bring this around.
McDonald's. Wow.
The reason why I bring this all full circle is that in 1995, all these years ago, McDonald's came out with truly the first ever vegetarian sandwich. It was called the McLean. And they should have marketed it better. They should have done more things with it. And they chose not to do with it because of timing.
Never heard of it.
The timing wasn't right back then.
Not only
now it is.
That's a little late for them, truthfully.
Right, and I think that's why they're calling this now a plant-based epidemic, because I think they have to tell their shareholders that they've been in the wrong position for too many years.
Question: I am a meat eater.
For now.
Fuck me, even though I do enjoy vegan food and vegetarian food. Not necessarily vegetarian food. Vegans spice it up a bit. But either way, do you think main question, we've tied McDonald's in here and how they're trying to get back into the market. Do you think that they questioned that the McRib was not vegan? Because the McRib is is mainly vegan because it's mainly cardboard and
right. Of course, yeah, exactly. It's pink slime or what do they call it? Yes,
but it
exactly.
Also does have hooves and lips and assholes.
It has a couple extra snouts than most people want to admit.
Right, but
but that's all it has.
Yeah, but
that's all it has, just snouts.
That was essentially protein filler.
Let's be real.
Had it been from a vegetarian content, McRib maybe would be the godfather of a vegetarian. I mean, because if you're vegan, that walks
What a
in
title.
the vegetarian.
Look,
McRib, the godfather.
In reality, let's be honest. What is a McRib sandwich? I've never.
It's shit you sweep up off the floor when you're done making.
In the packing house, I believe.
I bet it is.
Pressed into what
makes a
ribs?
McRib sandwich?
I think it's what they collect out of the drains in the packing house is when the drains get too full and the water can't go down the drains
anymore. And all
anymore.
of a sudden, every time it gets clogged, the McRib is back.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. It's actually it's clogged
once a decade.
Exactly.
It's clogged drain meat.
But I've never
clogged drain meat.
So is the McRib the godfather of shed meat then?
Perhaps, but I think you're on a good point, Stardust.
Well, so what I want to get to is simply that what makes a McRib sandwich, I would venture to say, quite honestly, that given the agreement, it doesn't matter what it's made of, whether it's drained meat, shed meat, swept off the floor. What makes it is probably a shitload of barbecue sauce.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Sweet and tangy.
I mean...
Actually, the best way to eat a McRib is to take the McRib out, a lot of barbecue sauce, just eat the fun in the barbecue.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So like a vegan sandwich.
There's something to be said for the texture, but at the end of the day, you put enough barbecue sauce on anything, it's going to taste all right. And that's... Welcome to veganism, my friend. Welcome to, in reality... Welcome to how most people are already eating. There are purists who say don't put ketchup. Well, I mean, goddamn, ketchup on a steak is kind of sacrilegious. But there's so many people who do it.
Depends on the steak.
A1 steak sauce. There's all kinds of seasonings, marinades, whatever that you put on that steak to make it taste good. Aside from the honestly, I would say minority of purists who don't put anything on my steak. I just want to eat it fucking raw. Most people dress that up until they actually like it, but you could do that with just about anything. Cardboard, swept off the floor, fucking whatever. Soak it up, marinate it, put enough barbecue sauce on it, and it's food. Now, I'm not saying that that kind of stuff is healthy or whatever, but it can be pretty delicious.
Well, and if it gets you by.
And that's how our people already eat, in my opinion. So why not just do the same thing as Cartman said? I don't want to change. I thought you guys wanted me to eat from a farmer's market, but you're just talking about eating processed crap. That's what I already eat. So we're good.
Okay, question. What is the definition of a guy I'm a meat eater, but I'm also on a budget. What's the definition for a guy using the barbecue analogy where I just say, fuck it, and I'm grabbing a 50-pound bag of dog food for $20 and maybe a gallon of KC Masterpiece, and let's just get her done.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're asking what the vegan equivalent is price-wise?
Well, no, I'm just what you guys feel about it, because I mean, honestly, what we're boiling down to, whether I eat meat, you eat vegetables. I mean, you're a vegetarian, so that means you'll still eat eggs and some dairy. As a vegan, no dairy, no egg.
Well, I commit to if I was.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna slam vegetarians, but I'm just playing.
But by definition, I mean, just for listeners, like a technical definition, that's kind of the difference, right?
Yes.
I mean, I eat anything out there, and that's why pet food is now on the table. Given I have barbecue sauce, maybe some salsa.
I've tried some pet food in my time.
Well, yeah, I think we all have it, particularly when you're young. I mean, who has?
Oh, I mean, like a week ago. I tried. They got vegan pet food. I tried that.
Shit, when I was a kid, I remember fucking my uncles, like, if you eat this dog bone, I'll give you a beer. Fuck yeah, I'll eat that dog bone. They're not very good, but
they're not.
It turns out fairly nutritious.
Not all that bad either. It's kind of bland.
It depends on which brand you
Fair.
buy. For sure. I mean, some are mealy. You'd rather have that beer while you're eating it, because they can be dry. But other than that, not bad. Not bad for you.
Yeah. Gentle Giants.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Is it just about? Because what you eat is just putting fuel into your body.
Sure.
I mean, we think a lot about what we put into our bodies and what we decide, but not a whole lot about what you put into your car.
I agree. I mean, how many
just
times?
fuel.
How many times have you, Gerbal, for example, said on the show, life is just